When it comes to state championships, sometimes you got to pull out all the stops, even if that means bringing in the reserves for the cheerleaders and mascots. Gillette versus Sheridan in the 4A state championship game. First quarter, Sheridan wearing the white. On the opening drive, Blake Godwin dumps a pass off to Evan Kuhn. The blockers do their job, and he will make it in from 25 yards away. This game is less than 2 minutes old, and it's already 7-0. The Bronx brought it on defense as well. Dante Crow says, "How do you do?" That was a sign that this was going to be one of those games, and it was. Crow was doing it all, as you are going to see. He had returned the opening kickoff to midfield. Then on the first punt return of the game, he would turn on the Jets and bring it back 41 yards and be taken down just inside the red zone at the Gillette 19. One team was ready for this game, and it showed. And Crow could play offense as well. Godwin with the perfect fade throw. Watch this catch. 1 foot in. That's all you need in high school. Sheridan has quickly jumped out to a 14-zip lead. On the next possession, still in the first quarter, Kuhn checks in again from 3 yards. So far, this championship game has been very one-sided. It's 21-0. Gillette needed to get something going soon, or else it was going to be a long game. Dalton Holst throws over the middle and over 3 defenders and finds Lane Barber for a 24-yard pickup. That's a start. The score would remain at 21-0 after the first 12 minutes. Second quarter, the Camels would finish their march. 15 plays, 80 yards, capped off by this 1-yard run by Zach Taylor, and they are on the board down 21-7. It did not stay that way for long, though. The Bronx needed all of 17 seconds to strike back. Godwin, no pressure, and his aim was right on target. Crow is gone for 78 yards. For the game, Godwin was 23 of 36 passing for 319 yards and 3 scores, while Crow caught 10 passes for 175 yards and 2 TDs, and he made them look pretty. 28-7 is the score now. Next possession, a 17-play, 66-yard drive. Crow did the kicking duties as well. 25 yards, and it's good. The first half belonged to Sheridan, and they would enjoy a 31-7 lead going into the locker room. Third quarter, Gillette would regroup. Another 80-yard march. Holst would hook up with Barber, who gets across the goal line from 8 yards. They still have more work to do, trailing 31-14. The Camels' defense needed to make a play themselves. Godwin will step up in the pocket, throws over the middle, but he underthrew his target. Holst comes up with the interception, and he has his boys back in business. Every score mattered in this game, but this is the one that had the biggest impact. Holst will be picked off by Zach Campbell, and he's taking off the other way. All he has to do is outrun Holst himself, which he will, and this ended up being a 72-yard pick six. In the end, this was Sheridan's only points in the second half. They are now ahead 38-14. But last year's state runner-ups would not quit and had to gamble a few times. Holst is going long and hooks up with Madden Pakula, who hauls in the pass at the 5-yard line. That kept the drive alive, and they were giving themselves a chance. Next play, Rue Ayton gets around the line, finds a lane, and muscles his way in from 5 yards out. Gillette now trails 38-21, and that means they have to score at least 3 more times. First, they had to get the ball back, and that means the defense needs to make a play. Godwin did not see Isaac Hamilton coming from behind. That would kill that drive, and the Camels had 12 minutes remaining to make up a 38-21 deficit. Fourth quarter, they were determined and focused, and that would pay off. Holtz finds Pakula, who shakes off one tackler, makes 2 others miss, and scores from 33 yards. For the game, Holst was 26 of 39 passing for 270 yards. This play now has Gillette trailing by 10. It's 38-28. The Bronx were trying to milk the clock in order to make the comeback more difficult. However, the Camel D would step up again. Parker Long steps in front of the pass, and he's on the run. A good return of 53 yards back to the Sheridan 30, and the momentum has shifted in the other direction compared to the first quarter. If Gillette could score, we would have ourselves a game. Holst was looking, sees the pressure coming, scrambles, then he sees that the near corner of the end zone is unguarded, and he makes it in. However, there was a block in the back penalty, so this one is coming back. But there's still some time. So they would play it safe and go for the field goal instead. Drew Wangler, 32 yards, makes it. The Camels are down 38-31 with 5:18 to go, and this game just became more interesting. They would get a turnover on downs with about 2 minutes left. 4th and 3 at the Sheridan 31. Hamilton will try for the first down, and the Bronx defense would hold. Their big lead was in jeopardy, but Sheridan made the stop when they needed to. They avenged their Energy Bowl loss and spoiled Gillette's bid for an undefeated season. Final score 38-31. The Bronx would finish the season with a record of 10-1.